Hey guys, so it's always nice when we get new information, especially this quickly. So let's see. Info on Chris's case posted by Greene County Circuit Court posted today, or actually yesterday rather. Today is the 30th. Already the 30th. Jesus. First hearing is scheduled for 8/8 at 9:30 a.m. So fairly soon. Let's see. We've got that is let's see, 8/8. Not next Monday, but the Monday after will be August 8th. So fairly soon, about a week and a day or two. Um, but this is Virginia court's case information. We've got his case number, uh, commenced by uh, locality, got the name of the defendant. They got his sex under male. So, race, date of birth, address, charge, incest with own child. Um, but you know, felony, charge type felony, and it's a class 5. So actually, let me look up. Let's see exactly what this entails. So hang on. All right, so we're here. It's Virginia felony crimes by class and sentences. So it's a class 5. Class 5 felonies are wobblers, crimes that can be either a felony or a misdemeanor, depending on how the crime is charged and sometimes how the judge or jury decides to treat a conviction. Class 5 felonies in Virginia are punishable by 1 to 10 years in prison when the conviction is a felony, or up to 12 months in jail and a fine of $2,500 when the conviction is a misdemeanor. Battery causing injury to another by a prisoner, 5 felony. So he's definitely done his fucking 12 months. I mean, he got taken in what, the 1st of August, and that's Monday. So he's been there a year. But if he hasn't been released yet, and if it's going to grand jury, they're kind of letting, you know, so he might face. I mean, it says 1 to 10 years, so it's like, oh yeah, face another year. So it's kind of hard to say at this point. Um, we don't know what evidence they have. We don't know what they have to use against him. We don't know. um, we don't know, so we can only speculate at this point. But what's this? Warrants, complaint, other, commitment order, other, request, order, evaluation order. These are all on the 29th. Checklist for bail, financial statement, continued custody to close pretrial proceed, for continued custody. Letter from his lawyer. Evaluation report from Western State Hospital. Disposition notice. I thought Chris legally changed his gender. Did he legally change his gender? I think he did, didn't he? I don't remember. I think I remember hearing something that he did. Not like it matters because they've got him here as a male. Actually, I'm gonna look up the code section, and actually might be maybe more insightful. So let me look up this code section. Hang on. All right, so we are here on government site. It looks like. Okay, so 18.2-366, sexual intercourse by persons forbidden to marry, incest penalties. A. Any person who engages in sexual intercourse with any person whom he is forbidden by law to marry is guilty of a Class 1 misdemeanor, except as provided by subsection B. B. Any person who engages in sexual intercourse with his daughter or granddaughter, son or grandson, or father or mother is guilty of a Class 5 felony, which that's what he's being, felonies being convicted of and all that. However, if a parent or grandparent engages in sexual intercourse with his child or grandchild, and such child or grandchild is at least 13 years of age, which but less than 18 years of age at the time of the offense, such parent or grandparent is guilty of a Class 3 felony. C, for the purposes of the section, parents include step-parent, grandparent includes step-grandparent, childs include a stepchild, grandchild includes step-grandchild, and then all the codes, code numbers. So this is definitely B, since it says right here felony. It's a felony and it's Class 5. So this pretty much hits the nail right on the head in intercourse with parent or grandparent. I mean, that hit the nail right on the head with that one. So, and then we saw that it's up to a year, to 10 years in prison or a year in jail and like $2,500, which probably might happen, which is why he might be trying to get Barb out of the house. If you haven't watched that video, go and watch it. That explains everything. That Chris is trying to get Barb out of the house and into a nursing home. He's trying to fundraise fucking like $150,000 to not only pay off the mortgage but any other debts and have some left to put Barb in a nursing home because he wants the house. Because he can't stay anywhere where she is anymore. So he's trying to get her out of the house. So that might be because he's possibly getting out. Grand jury and all that, we'll have to see. But, he did serve his time. Unfortunately, even if we think he deserves to be in there more, by law, he's already been there a year. So he's already done time served. But it's up to the court system, the justice system here or rather there in Virginia. And hopefully offense date 7/01/21. Wow, yeah. Yeah, and then August 1st, 2021. Yeah, so he's been there a year. Time certainly flies, doesn't it? Well, it seems just yesterday I was making my first Chris video. Look where we are now. Final disposition. Doesn't seem to be anything here. And then just a bunch of other stuff. Anything else of value or interest? Anything added to this? No. No. But yeah, it's like I said, I mean, we're all pretty, biased at this point. And as I've said before, and people have said this as well, they are like, yeah, I agree. Regardless of how you feel about Barb, no one deserves to have to be fucking raped by their son. I mean, all those idiots who say that, oh yeah, Barb deserved it. Well, what about your mom? Because she raised you wrong. Does she deserve to be raped? So, you can say, oh, she was a bad parent and this and that. She doesn't deserve what happened. Simple as that. People who wish death upon other people for stupid reasons, like, oh, they raised their child wrong, grow the fuck up. people who say, "Oh man, I'm glad she got raped and this and that because she raised him this way." Grow the fuck up, okay? Just grow the fuck up. I don't even remember what I was talking about. It's not fun getting old. But we know that they've got something. I mean, I don't know what it. I don't know if they can use the letters. The phone call that he did with Bella is pretty damning. I don't know if that can be taken into account. I don't know if they're gonna call in people, people who are close to him, or maybe even Bella herself, which I seriously doubt. I don't think it's gonna be that kind of, all these people are being subpoenaed and all that. I don't think that's gonna be the case. I don't think they want to drag, or not drag it out, but I don't think they want to make this a huge spectacle. They just kind of want to get it done. Like I said, he's pretty much been their time served. So at this point for them, despite what we feel, and we may feel like, oh yeah, he deserves to be there longer, according to the law, he's technically already served his time, no matter how we feel. That's just how the law is. So we can just hope that that time served, instead of the time served, he gets that 1 to 10 years in prison. And I'm guessing the 1 to 10 years is based on severity and evidence provided. And we can only hope that there's enough evidence to show that, yes, it was rape. And they put him away for a while. Well, of course, we're going to still have letters and stuff. Prisoners are allowed pen pals and stuff like that. So he'll be able to still send letters and stuff like that. I can only imagine the kind of stuff he'd talk about while he's in prison. Gotta watch out, though. Got a newcomer. People are going to try to give him some of that cock meat sandwich. But, he might be into that kind of thing. But, yeah. Just thought you guys would be interested. And again, I know, like I said, I know we all want the outcome of him staying in prison where he belongs, because he is a threat to everyone else. No one's gonna trust him around a female again. He's too much of a loose cannon. He loses his mind at in a heartbeat. And so the best thing for him right now is to just be separated from society, where he can contemplate his life and live out his little fucking merger fantasy, and in peace, and jerk off and save babies or whatever the fuck he thinks he does. And he can stay there and just not be a threat to anyone anymore. So we can only hope for that outcome, which will be on 8/8/2022 at 9:30 a.m. That kind of determines which way this is going to go. I know it's not an actual trial, but it's the next step in all of this. So anyways, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.